Now I have taken an example of mixed strategies game with the games without saddle point. So here our question is solve the following game, player A and player B, and with their respective pair of uh, matrix. So step 1, check for the saddle point. So take use the by using the maximin and minimax principle. uh, so here check for saddle point. So row minima. So along the A1, minimum value 25 and 5 is equal to 5, and the minimum value of A2 row this 10, and take the max min value, the maximum value from the minimum setup. Okay, so max of 5 10 equal to 10, and column maxima. So for the player B, so along the column, so max of column B1 is 25 and max of column B2 is 15, and minimax value, take the minimum value from the maximum setup. So minimum of 25 comma 15 equal to 15. Since 10 is equal to not 15, means the min value is not equal the minimax value, so no saddle point. So here the mixed strategy needed for solving our 2 by 2 game. Step 2, let the players use the probabilities. Let the player A play A1 strategy with probability P and A2 strategy with probability 1 minus P, and player B plays B1 strategy with probability Q and B2 strategy with probability 1 minus Q. Now step 3, make the opponent indifferent. For the player A, the expected payoff for the player A will be, when B plays B1 strategy, then the expected payoff will be 25p plus 10 times 1 minus p, right? And B2 strategy, when the player B choose, then the expected payoff for the player A will be 5p plus 15 1 minus p, and set equal. So 25p plus 10 times 1 minus p equal to 5p plus 15 times 1 minus p. So as in order that the player A may be unaffected with whatever choice B makes, the optimal plan for player A, so we uh, such that the expected payoff for each of the B strategy should be equal. Okay, now by solving for the P and the Q, P, P and the value of 1 minus P, we have the value of the P equal 1 minus 1 by 5, and 1 minus P, that's mean the 1 minus 1 by 5 equal to 4 by 5. So hence the player A would play his first strategy A1 with probability 1 minus 5, and his second strategy A2 with probability 4 by 5. And same case for player B will be, here the expected payoff for B when A plays A1 strategy, then the expected payoff for the player B will be 25q plus 5 times 1 minus q, and when the player A choose the A2 strategy, then the expected payoff for the player V will be 10q plus 15 times 1 minus q, and set equal 25q plus 5 times 1 minus q equal to 10q plus 15 times 1 minus q. Then find out the value of the q. This is the 2 by 5, and 1 minus q equal to 3 by 5. Now for the finding the value of the game, so the value of the game is determined by substituting the value of p for the player A and or q for the player V in any of the expected payoff of the player A or the player B as shown below. So value of the game equal to the expected payoff to player A. So expected player to the player A. So expected payoff, the first expected payoff is the for the player A was this 25p plus 10 times 1 minus p, and the second expected payoff 5p plus 15 times 1 minus p. Just put here the value of the p and 1 minus p respected payoff. our result is 13 and 13. And similarly, value of the game equal to expected payoff to the player B. Just put the value, the cube and 1 minus q here, this respected strategy, and result our 13 and 13 also. Thus the value of the game is equal to the expected payoff to player A or the expected payoff to player B. So the value of the game will be 13. Okay, so this is a simple example of mixed strategy game. Okay,